The Goa is cheats, forfeiture and the bona vacancy bill 2024. Government taking over unclaimed lands. Sir, you had raised this issue. Can you?
See, this bill was introduced in the session of the Goa Legislative Assembly for the monsoons. They just completed monsoon session of the Goa Legislative Assembly. हातून कितें आहा सादें कोंकणीन सांगतलें म्हळ्यार अशें की ज्यो जमनी नो मॅन्स लँड म्हळ्यार कोणाच्योच न्ही त्यो सरकाराच्यो जाता. आतां नो मॅन म्हणटा ते कशें करप तें कॅटेगरायजेशन. सपोज देर इज अ पर्सन होल्डिंग एन अनडिवायडेड शेअर ऑफ अ प्रॉपर्टी and he is in London or he is an NRI, government will come and take over his land because he himself is not aware that he owns that one undivided share. And government is now trying to make rules under this Goa Estates Forfeiture and Bona Vacantia Bill by which government will take over Goan lands. In the past, what has happened? Goan lands given by government for a particular purpose, like in the case of Zuari, it was given for 25 paisas. Land was given for industrialization. Now that land is being sold for 1,19,000 rupees a square meter. So which is a 50,000 crore scam. Now this type of atmosphere exists in Goa, that government is all out to sell Goa to the highest bidder. In this background, government is framing rules to take over Goan lands. Now, should rules not be framed as to what should be done with those lands? You are taking over is one thing. What will you do with those lands? You will sell Goa faster. लोकांक आज भंय असो दिसता ज्यो आमी ग्रामसभेन पळयतात जे लोक रस्त्यार आयले नंतर पळयतात की लोकांक सरकाराचे भितर ट्रस्ट ना. देर इज मिसट्रस्ट डिस्ट्रस्ट अमंगस्ट द वोटर्स अबाउट द गव्हर्मेंट्स इंटेन्शन्स. Government is seen to be selling Goa to the highest bidder and doing it on a fast track. So Goa is on a fast track sale. In this background, this bill and these rules that are being made under this bill are untimely. And therefore, I feel as the government makes rules to acquire unclaimed lands, the government should also make rules as to what will happen with those unclaimed lands. Whether government will give it for some purported public purpose and will that be used to hold a long-term lease and misuse the land for real estate purposes and create second homes for people who are coming from Delhi and elsewhere. This is a fear in the minds of the people which I am expressing. So I am saying that the government should come clear that simultaneously as they are making rules for this bill that was forced with the dadagiri of numbers that the BJP commands in the last assembly session, the government should also make rules as to how that land will be put to use. It can be used for public purposes. Tell me what happened to the Zuari land. Zuari land was given by Bahusaheb Banorkar, Goa's first chief minister, to billas at the rate of 25 paise per square meter. That land has now been parcelized and sold by Zuari Agro and sold by a developer on behalf of Zuari Agro or who has bought land from Zuari Agro at 1,19,000 rupees a square meter. So when that bill was, when that land was not used for that particular purpose, why did government not take over that land? So जुवारीचे जमनीक तूं हात लावपाक सोदना, पूण गोंयकारांचे जमनी तूं हडप करूंक सोदता, तूं ग्रॅब करूंक सोदता. सो हो सरकार एंटी गोवन जालो ना जाल्यार आनी कितें जालो सांग तूं म्हाका. So it is a simple thing. My point is first make rules as to whom you will give that land. Today you see in TV, people are opposing a private university. Why are they opposing it? Why are they opposing it? Because people don't know the benefits of that university. What is the stature of that university? Is it an Ivy League college? Is it Cambridge? Is it Oxford? Is it Harvard? Is it Yale? Is it Cornell? Is it some big reputed university which is going to give jobs for Goa? Which is going to make Goa into a knowledge destination? No. Government has just done some deal. Government is a government of brokers. Brokers are running Goa and the land is the biggest issue here. So when lands are being grabbed by the government under the garb of it being unclaimed, government also should frame simultaneously rules as to how they will put it to use. Otherwise, nobody is going to have faith in these rules. neither in this Goa Estates Forfeiture and Bona Vacantia bills, because this bill will be seen to be another official method of grabbing Goan lands.
So the next question is, there have been pavers parked and placed near the St. Francis Xavier Chapel at Madel. A lot of residents have lodged some complaints on it. Can you say something?
So the resident, one particular person who lodges complaints, is an antisocial element who has got cases on him, who shows himself to be a social worker. First thing he should know is that St. Francis Xavier Chapel, which was built in Madel, which was relocated and built in Madel, was my initiative. I have done a small chapel into a very majestic chapel. We have full respect for the Goan society, and we know that the exposition is coming up, and there will be no attempt to block anybody from going into the chapel. First thing. Second thing, the pavers that are what he claims to be dumped, I have been placed there because it's part of an ongoing work to create a parking plaza in the vicinity of that chapel. It's an ongoing work. We know that the feast is in December. Much before that, the work even may be complete. But however, we have instructed the contractor to see that he relocates those pavers and no hurdles are put in the way of the faithful to reach the chapel. The chapel is a chapel of where is an example of development by consent which happens in Patala. We are perhaps the only constituency in Goa where a place of worship has been relocated with the help of the local people, and which the local people have welcomed, and we are sure that we will do nothing that will damage the vicinity of this chapel, nor will reduce the value or whatever faith that people have in the Goan society. I am a person who believes in the Goan society, and nobody has to teach me about any hurdles being created in the path of the faithful to reach the Goan society. However, we have already told the contractor to shift those pavers during the ongoing work.
Thank you, sir.